Hello my friends and welcome to another Shogun 2 commentary. Today I'm going to bring to you a 2v2 siege battle. As you can see, this is going to be the mighty castle we are going to fight for, and this one is called Buatsui and it's going to be on large funds. As you can see here, my friend and me are going to be the defenders, and we have one opponent army on one side and the other one at the exact opposite side. As I said, it was on large funds, not on the maximum funds. So my friend and me decided, instead of holding the outer ring, which is more or less nearly impossible unless we station all of our troops down here, which is also quite ineffective, we decided, let's position our army at the Tenshu and at the one ring below it. So that allows us to spread our units evenly, but also be able to maneuver around very, very quickly and support any weakness points. And also, just if we just click on the samurai unit, here we can see the arc of the archers. They're going to have quite a massive range, meaning as soon as they stay at the wall here, they will be able to fire on the lowest ring and this ring, meaning the opponent climbs up here, comes in, he can choose to go through, burn down this gate, come through, he's going to be under constant fire, or he chooses to climb up the walls, meaning as soon as a soldier comes up here, is going to be shot at. So yeah, my friend and mine, we both have the same core of our army, and this consists out of 6 Naginata samurai. The reason why we choose them is they are very, very good defensive unit. They get kills over time if you let them, and if they don't get overrun very quickly, but they have very high armor and close combat defense skills. So this is really the thing we are looking for, especially because we expected the enemy to outnumber us heavily, because they have the larger fund pool. So, and their morale is quite nice as well. So that's why we went with them instead of katanas, because the katanas, yes, they are better in close combat when they get the charge off and everything, but in longer ongoing combat they will get less and less effective. While the Naginata samurai, they do have a decent charge, but they are overall in close combat, in ongoing close combat, better, because they lose, they get less quick exhausted, so they stay effective for longer. And yeah, the only difference in our armies is the ranged support we choose. I choose to go with quality. I got one unit of, as you can see here, both samurai on level 6. I skilled them on reload skill and accuracy, and I also got the further range, so they have 175 range instead of the standard 150. And they have a bit more ammunition than normal, which is due to the companion, I guess it's called, I equipped on my general before the battle. And on the other side, I choose the unit of bow warrior monks. They have no skill points whatsoever, but they have the same range, and they're very, very, very effective if you can manage to keep them safe, because they don't really have much armor, an armor of 2. So I guess in a these guys have an armor of 4. So in a head-on fight, I would say these bow samurai would win. They cost a bit less than these unleveled bow warrior monks, but they have more armor, the same range, and 55 and 60, and yeah, even better reload skill and the same accuracy. So this is definitely something you always should pay attention to. This unit is a great risk, great reward unit. If you pull it off to get them in a good position and land their shots, they can be devastating to the enemy. But if you don't pay attention, the enemy just charges them once with, I don't know, close combat katanas, nodachi or cavalry, they are mostly toast and just gone, and this is at least 1,000 koku gone. Yeah, my friend on the other side, he decided to bring 3 times bow samurai unleveled. There's one, and here's one. And because his money, he still had money left, he chose to bring 1 bow ashiguru. These were just cannon fodder, and in case the enemy has like some superior units, we just put them in front and let them catch the arrows. Yeah, let's get to the enemies. This enemy seemed to be the far more experienced one. He has a general, obviously, but on level 6, and it's also a close combat general as, yeah, actually not completely close combat. He chose a skill tree between close combat and the moral general tree, while both of our generals in the center are close combat generals. He chose to bring an army 5 units of both samurai in the front line unleveled, 2 units of monk archers, 2 units of katana samurai level 4, 2 units of Naginata samurai level 4, and 1 unit that is of Naginata warrior monks on level 3. So all in all, he went quite the quality way, I would say, not really the quantity way. And if you just look at the amount of units he has, yes, he has a lot of archers, but still, our army is about this or both of our armies are about the same size as his one army. And this is what I think it makes the Shogun siege battles always very, very interesting, because if the defender makes one huge mistake and loses 1 or 2 units too much or too many, then the attacker normally wins, because he just has so much more units and variety, I would say. Like, he has so much money at his disposal, he can just choose lots and lots and lots of units and just rush in and eventually win. Especially these two guys, they did it quite smartly. They attacked from 2 different sides, which was in this case for an advantage to us, but normally it's better for the defender if the enemy comes from one side, because you can concentrate your troops better and pin the enemy down while shooting with arrows from above or something like that. But like this, we needed to pay attention to both sides at the same time. But yeah, as you can see, this opponent here has also a general, but this one is at level 3 and he skilled it with the archery skill. And yeah, he seems to be new to the game, not only because general is a bit low, but he brought cavalry in a siege battle. It's possible that he played a siege battle before, which my guess is because he brought also 2 Yari samurai, which you normally don't bring in a siege battle. You bring Naginata and therefore sacrifice on something else, because they're really the unit that hold you the line. But yeah, I don't know, he might have experienced in the previous siege battle that the opponent just ran out with lots of cavalry units and wrecked his whole army. So I'm not sure. I would never recommend bringing cavalry. Just bring a couple of Naginata units, so in case the enemy does come out with cavalry units to charge you, you have your Naginata soldiers there, and they will just slaughter the enemy cavalry if they are sturdy enough to charge you. So yeah, in total he has 7 units of katanas, no unit ranked. 2 units Yari samurai, one of them here in front of his general, and the other one on this flank here. 2 here Boa Shigaru, and again a unit. It's cannon fodder, but if you want, then take it. Even though I would say on a siege battle like this, bring the Yaria Shigaru, because they have a bit better morale and a better armor, and they can also do at least a bit in close combat, so you can just send them up the walls and let them catch the arrows, while these guys will mostly stand back and shoot with their arrows, so always pay a bit attention there. And yeah, 4 units of Yari cavalry, and obviously his general. So let's start right into it. As you can see, everything lovely positioned in the ways we were hoping it would be the most use for us. We expected the opponent to surround us and attack from every angle at the same time, which is, from my point of view at least, the best for the attacker side, because they can position everywhere around this castle. Meaning I would always choose a couple of units, just attack everywhere, because you can see that if this army would attack from every different angle, we would have a hard time defeating them or defending against them, because he has already as many units as we both together, and if this army then comes from into the gaps where we don't have any units, just climbs up the wall where there's none and then charges in our back or something, it is devastating. But fortunately for us, we were at the time being in TeamSpeak, so we could coordinate everything, and these opponents seem not to be. So yeah, it was went quite nicely for us, even though it was a very, very close battle. And yeah, this guy sends his general in the front. I mean, he can, there's no danger yet though, and this tower is not in range. I'm not sure, I think he just starts burning down this gate, which is, I think, a wiser idea than just climbing up the walls. Because whenever you climb up the walls, you lose a couple of men. But when you burn down the gate and then go through the burned gate, you don't lose any soldiers. So that's always the better idea to go, and if you can, which he does. I mean, you can see here, it just this tower here. Where is it? Yeah, this tower here just reaches this edge here at the gate. And if the opponent does this burns down and comes through, yes, this tower starts shooting at him. But if he would just climb up the walls, he loses a couple of men by climbing up. Yes, you can see here there. Maybe we see one falling down. Still 80. Oh, now there's a huge lag. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think he has luck with this one, because normally you lose like 1 or 2 soldiers. Yeah, there, one soldier down. He fell down right here. So he did it otherwise. He didn't burn it down because it takes long. He just ordered one unit to climb up and is conquering it now, but being under attack of this tower. Sorry about the background noise. It's the chinchilla just jumping about in the cage. And yeah, he's moving a bit too far frontwards and getting into the range of, what is that now? Yeah, here I think these are the Bovar. I know this is my bow samurai. They're not going to get any kills because, as I told you, these Naginata samurai, they have insane armor. It's hard to penetrate this with any archer unit. The best thing is just matchlocks, but again, in a siege battle you don't want to bring matchlocks really, because as soon as the enemy has archers, they just outrange you, force you back, and as soon as you come back they just shoot you to pieces. Yeah, as you can see here, here are my Bavaria monks. Placing the opponent, he just climbs up everywhere, and I'm sorry about these lags, by the way. My laptop seems not to be able to cope with everything. Yeah, he loses here, man. Here he lost 2 men while climbing up. 1 man. They are full, still 2 men. No, 1 man. It's not that much for each unit, but if you just think about it, if he lets like 15 units climb up and each of them loses 2 men, it's 30 units or 30 men down already, and 30 of 80. That's close to a third of the unit gone, just because he wanted to get up a bit quicker. And yeah, as you can see, this Naginata samurai positioned themselves down here and destroyed that tower. He conquered the gate and is getting all of his troops across here. All of his archer units are going to position themselves here. My bow samurai shot multiple volleys at the enemy, but as you can see, no kills whatsoever. Just showing the worth these Naginata samurai have, and they just walked right into this tower, into the volleys of these archers, and they just lost 8 men. And this is what I meant by defensive unit. Katanas would have lost more. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty certain about that. And as you can see here, this guy is just charging right into it. And the problem is he doesn't have any special units. Yeah, we saw that this moral bar was dropping into the red, and we choose to shoot our fire arrows because they don't do more damage, but they inflict moral damage. And yeah, the first unit is routing already. And we're just doing this all across the board now. To let the... Yeah, another way of doing this is because to inflict not only moral damage, but the cooldown. The fire arrows have a cooldown. Yeah, and I activated on another unit now. And so we're just using them now, and hopefully are going to be able to use them later after the cooldown is done. And another Katana Samurai unit here is shot to pieces. 24 men left, 20. And going to rout now. And here you can see Yari Samurai already lost 7 men. Boa Shigaru already lost 8. My Naginata Samurai are going to be attacked here, but as you can see, they lost 2 men in all this. Another katana samurai. They're half up, half climbing up, and they're already wavering again and are still 50 out of 80 men. So this way here is going very, very well for us. He's capturing the gate here to get his cavalry up, but again, cavalry is useless unless you manage to pin down, like, unless we would have all of our army like in this area here and would be in fights. So we could just charge in, and then it's devastating for sure. But like this, in this kind of setup, it's just, I'm sorry, but useless. They are not that great on foot. They can inflict damage. They have a great charge still if they are running on foot, but in a longer fight they are not going to be able to hold on. And yeah, as you can see, we just placed our close combat units on these corners here where he's going to climb up, and his middle where our both samurai and my warrior monks were are just torn to pieces. They're 40 and 40 and already wavering here over. The Yari samurai are still half size unit, and they were wavering. Now they are red again, so stable-ish. These Boa Shigaru are 60 out of 80 and wavering. So this fight is going very, very well for us. He gets cavalry up here now, but what big difference will this do? I'm pulling this Naginata samurai into the fight here just to guarantee my units that they will be able to hopefully win this battle. Yeah, these Naginata samurai, they lost 20 or nearly 30 men so far, but they also killed 30. And my warrior monks lost 10 and killed 107. So this is what I was talking about. Yes, they cost over 1,000 koku, but in a good position like this, they can just pick off targets very, very easily. Yeah, now I'm sending my general down here as well to aid in the fight. And because he's a melee general, just look at the stats. It's 26 melee attack, 28 melee defense, charge bonus 35, armor of 11. So this guy is a beast in close combat. He also has Banzai, meaning he's going to fight even harder. So I think I'm going to dismount him now. Yeah, because this is our spear units, and I don't want to risk giving him the advantage with his horses. So I think I'm going to send them. Yes, I'm going to charge these guys. And let's just check here. They just went in and already 15 kills. So yeah, let's check on this side here. I had my bow samurai there. Wait, where are they? Here. 20 men lost and they got 5 kills. So quite a shameful display, yeah, haha. But yeah, it didn't really go that well, and his warrior monks here can shoot constantly at them. They are losing more men, and more men. He burned down 2 gatehouses with his fire arrows, so that's very, very smart use of them. Instead of using them on our units, he just shoots at the gatehouse, burns it down without losing more men than necessary. And yeah, we pulled back our Naginata samurai here in loose formation, so they don't get hit by the arrows. I used these units to just hold him back for as long as possible, and these guys would win in a fight, probably 1v1 versus warrior monks. But if you put them versus 1, 2, 3, 4 units of archers, then they're completely wrecked. As you can see, they got 18 kills, which is definitely not worth that. If I would have known that before, let's put it this way, I would have brought other units, maybe another bow warrior monks myself, considering that they were, I think, around 100 koku cheaper. But yeah. Now he's going to conquer this gatehouse to get these troops up, I think, and here you see his fire rockets. They fired once so far and got 40 kills, and I think they fired at our center, and this is why we put everything in loose formation. Yeah, now you see a couple of our units are fleeing now, but this Naginata samurai got 74 kills and held the line. This one has 116 kills and still 5 men. This is what I mean by massive morale. There are only a couple of soldiers left, and they're still there and fighting. Yes, their morale is red now, but they didn't rout yet, so it's really, really impressive. My general here lost 5 men, got 74 kills in the process, so it's definitely worth it. I'm going to let him mount again. to give him the extra mobility. And now my friend and me decided we can't really take this guy head on. If we defend here, he's just going to shoot us to pieces with his archers. So let's pull back into the Tenshu, and as soon as he tries coming up the walls, which he kinda has to be able to attack us, we just rush down and attack him and hopefully catch him off guard. And we collected all of our troops in the center of it, because we can't see the reach of the Bavaria monks. But yeah, the reach is quite big, meaning they could potentially fire up on us if they would just stand down here like these guys now. If they would stay here, they could shoot at them. But yeah, fortunately for us, they don't do that at the moment. But he still has the massive advantage of having the fire rockets, which he is, fortunate for us, not using very, very effectively. Thanks God, because if you would just decide firing in here, look at that, that's just a juicy target to get. Kill all of these, or at least inflict damage. Getting our generals killed with fire rockets, it's a much better way than trying to catch them head on in close combat. Because I already had it multiple times that my general saved the day just by either defeating the opponent cavalry in close combat, or he just charged some katana samurai and just sliced them to pieces. Here my friend's general just charges into these Boa Shigeru, and you can see a charge, and 3 seconds later they are gone as well. And he is now collecting his whole army on this one side. I don't know if he forgot about these warrior monks, or is he... I don't know why they're still standing here. But maybe he's just trying to protect them because he's afraid of, I don't know, our archers, which are... what? 21 Boa Shigeru and 27 Bow Samurai. 8 kills and 0 kills. So they're definitely doing the standard stuff that Ashigaru do, catch arrows and die, not doing really much. Here you see the Bow Samurai. They got a couple of volleys off at his general, 4 kills and 9 kills. Did he lose any? Yep, he lost 1 man. So that's not too bad. We still have 1 full Naginata unit, another one. Both samurai with 16 men surviving, and they definitely got their worth. It's 120 kills for them, so that's just awesome. 50, a half-size Naginata samurai, full-size Naginata samurai, both samurai with 130 kills and 47 survivors, half-size Naginata, nearly full Naginata, 1 man missing, and 50 out of 80. So we still have quite a massive chunk of our army. I lost 2 units, yes, but these units we sacrificed versus... okay, 2 maybe. My friend lost a Boa Shigeru, which is not really worth mentioning, but we basically traded 3, I think, with this one. If you count this one, it's not capable of fighting anymore with 5 men. But basically 3 Naginata samurai versus this whole army, and the ammunition from my Bavaria monks. At least they are not capable of firing anymore. And they are nearly out as well. I think they have like 6 men remaining. This are them. Yeah, 5 men, 117 kills, so they were good. And so we traded quite cost efficiently over there. And yeah, here you see him coming up, us charging forwards, but then he decides to go back down, which was a smart move, because he pulled his archers up first instead of his close combat units, because he thought we would stay there, meaning he could just shoot. I wanted to attack, but then I decided otherwise it would have been suicide. Pull back, he fires with his archers, but all too short. And now, this is what I meant. A very, very lovely volley. I was really scared that my general would die, but he only lost another 5 men. So I was quite happy with that. But these guys, they lost 15. Okay, what is this here? Both samurai, I don't know how many they had before. But these guys just got 20 kills or so, yeah, so 15 Naginata and 5 of my general, that's about it. Which is, for their priceage, totally under their value. He could have just forced us to come out, because they do have quite a big range, and if he would have just shot at us while we were sitting ducks, we would have needed to attack him. And while attacking upwards is kinda nice because you can go up wherever you want, when you're going down, you need to use the gates. You can't climb back down. Meaning he could just position his samurai, his naginata or close combat units around this area, and his archers then all along the line here. Meaning our troops come out and then just got shot to pieces like this in the lovely flank. So yeah, now he's going to do the right move, pulling up his close combat units with his general. He still has them in loose formation, and he did decide to get his general off horse, which is again a smart idea. Another barrage of fire rockets. Smart. I don't know if I should say it's smart choice. I mean, he did get more men than we would have if he would have targeted my general. My general lost another man. It didn't do too much damage, I think. He was on 60. Okay, it did, yeah, 40 kills, nearly 50. But we were in loose formation, so it didn't inflict too much damage for each unit individually. Only overall 50 men gone. But yeah, you can see him now. His archers here as support down below. And his whole unit army here in loose formation, which is very, very important and very, very lovely for us. My friend sends in his bow samurai and bow Ashigaru to catch the arrows, which my opponent is not going to bait into. But he ties down these opponents, taking their charge bonus, and now we are going to charge in from both sides. We activate rally, and as you can see, the opponents get my friend activated rally, and I'm going to activate rally in a bit because I want to get the maximum efficiency of it, especially because I always have the Metsuke Inspector in my companions for my general, which allows me to rally my men, but also at the same time give my opponent a deficit in morale, which is very, very awesome. Yeah, and now you can see this white circle here. I don't know why it's always white. Where can we see it? Yeah, it doesn't show any explanation, really, does it? Nope. But yeah, as you can see, his units here are just getting obliterated. His archers tried to inflict damage. Again, he could have just shot with his fire rockets, because we had many more men up here in the blob than he did. So he should have rather taken some friendly fire than letting this happen. Because we just wiped out his entire army here without really losing anything. And we can just charge through now, and what does he have left? Bow samurai, bow warrior monks, bow warrior monks, bow samurai, bow samurai, bow samurai, bow samurai, and bow samurai. All of them low morale because obviously the general is dead. The bow warrior monks hold on a bit longer because they are elite units. But here you can see already, we're not even attacking them and they're already lower morale. He's trying now to climb up and maybe capture this, but I think the battle ends before that because he just drops out and decides it's lost. I mean, there isn't really much he can still do. He tries it and tries it and tries it. But yeah, if you just look at the superior army, he would need to hold this place here for a minute. And even though he would get all of his men in great position, I still think we would win that because firstly, both of our generals are still alive. We should have by then the rally ability of cooldown again. And our units, most of them at least, no, what means most, the main part of our units are at roughly half man, meaning they shouldn't rout too quickly. And yeah, you can see when he does a smart move, he positions them there, and shoots in. But what is this really going to do? We all have heavy armored units, and as long as he doesn't target any... which unit do we still have left? The bow samurai here, for example. They have 4 armor, while the Naginata samurai have 9. So if he can target the bow samurai, even though I don't think they have any ammunition left. He would be able to kill a couple of them, but again, what does this bring him? He spent most of his ammo probably killing of these gates and also the other units he shot at. And it's just not going to work out for him. And yeah, here you can see the Naginata samurai attacking these warrior monks. The warrior monks are elite unit, but they can't hold firm. not versus close combat units. Especially not versus Naginata's samurai with that much of armor. And yeah, here you can see his fire rockets. Oh no, this aren't his fire rockets, it's a bow samurai. Walking up here his fire. Yeah, here are these fire rockets standing and trying to capture it. Here another warrior monk, and here we still had Boa Shigaru. They didn't, or they routed, I think, but then rallied here again because both of our generals were standing there. But yeah, let's look at the unit stats. I really liked that siege battle. It was very close, kinda. The first enemy made it quite, or the first opponent made it quite easy for us to just rout his whole army and take it to pieces. But I don't think we would have won that battle if they would have attacked both at the same time. Meaning that either the opponent we managed to take off so easily waited with his attack, or the other one with the stronger army would have just decided to climb up the walls as well. And if they would have both attacked simultaneously, I do think that we would have still be able to wipe out the quantity army, but the quality army of the last opponent standing, I do think that he would have probably sliced through us, especially if he would have used his fire rockets properly. He can just easily pick our generals off with that, and well, in a defensive battle, you don't have the quality going for you because you have less money. You don't have the quantity working for you again because you have less money. You need to deploy as many troops as you can for the money's worth. And Naginata are quite cost efficient there, but you do need your general for the moral support. Without him, you're just going to, yeah, your units suffer like 20 losses, and then they're going to rout. Here my unit with the most kills was my bow warrior with 120, and Naginata samurai Avatar's bodyguard with roughly 100, and then it goes down. My least efficient unit was, my Albert guard, the bow samurai with 20. They were definitely not worth it, so next time I should pay more attention where to position them and how to use them. But yeah, here my opponents, the fire rockets with 108 kills, they could have done much better, especially because we gave him such juicy targets in the end as well. But we didn't really have a chance in order to win that battle. We needed to charge him because he had the ranged supremacy there. His warrior monks with 60 kills, not really worth it. And then you just see it's falling off here quite a bit. My friend's army, his units did very well. 150 kills on this bow samurai. That was definitely a unit that did its money worth multiple times. 130 Naginata, another 120 for this bow samurai, 80 with his general, and then 70, 50, and his the Boa Shigaru again. They lost 71 out of the 80 men, did 2 kills. So they caught a lot of errors. So their opponent wasted his ammunition there. And then this guy, yes, his katanas did do 84 units, or killed 84, 70, 50. But wait, where's his cavalry? Yeah, Yari cavalry 3. Then all these units, 1, 2, 3 units of katana samurai, 0 kills. 1 Yari samurai, 0 kills. This is just all money that went down the drain. If you would have just pushed away these Yari samurai and picked up, I don't want them, 2 Yari or Shigaru or something like that, and let them climb up first, yes, they get routed, but then if he has all these other units coming up, they suffer less losses. So yeah, all in all, it was a great battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you want to play with me from time to time, just join the Steam group down below in the description. Just give me a text or add me as a friend, whatever. And I would be happy to play with you guys, and see you next time.